Hi guys, Lee Magpie here, and today I've got something Jurassic World related, and I have the Jurassic World Battle Damage Albertosaurus. I'm really excited that I've got this one. I haven't really been a massive fan of the battle damage figures, but because this is a new sculpt and a new dinosaur for us guys, I'm really excited. The battle damage logo is the same from when these first came out. They've just joined it on with this new packaging with the fiery red and oranges and yellows, which looks really nice and really eye-catching, with the T-Rex in the background, which looks really cool. Faded in the background here, we've got the Jurassic World symbol here, and battle damage, it shows you the battle damage there, and this looks like we've got a bit of a different battle damage, as it shows you rib cage and more flesh tones, which we'll check that out when I get out of the packaging. As you can see, you can scan this into the Jurassic World Facts app. I usually take a clear, crisp picture for you guys to scan it into the Jurassic World Facts app. In the corner, there's the T-Rex there. I can't believe that we've got a new sculpt, a new dinosaur, and this has been highly anticipated because loads of people have been loving this sculpting new dinosaur. Also guys, we're finally getting some Jurassic World Dino Arrival stuff in shops in Smiths and Entertainers, so that's really good. I don't know if this one's out yet, but hopefully it will be soon. And what I like about these sort of packaging as well is that you get to have a good look at the paintwork and the sculpt to see if there's any paint blemishes or anything. And up to now it looks like I've got a good paint job, but I'll check all that when we get it out of the packaging. And one more thing before we get it out, it just shows you a few more of the figures on the back. So we've got the blue battle damage, Stiggy battle damage, and then a new paint job of the Pteranodon, which I really want because I've been loving the Pteranodons / pterodactyls to collect. I'm not really keen on these two as I've got a few Stiggies now and I've got a few of blue figures. So, but it's really nice that we've got a whole new sculpt, a new dinosaur to get out of this packaging, and this is the Albertosaurus. And without further ado, I'm going to get this out of the packaging. So everyone, I've got the Albertosaurus out of the packaging. This one doesn't come with a card. Dino Rivals have been coming out with cards if you didn't know, and this one doesn't come with it. But aesthetically, it looks absolutely awesome. It looks a little bit more greener on the camera, but it's actually a little bit more like a duller kind of green. But as you can see, it looks absolutely awesome. You can see the door blends quite well, and they give it like a rib definition of around the sculpt just to add it a little bit better. It could have been maybe a little bit more closed around the edges here, but it still looks really nice, and aesthetically it just looks absolutely awesome. It's pretty much all in one tone green, but because they haven't added any definition of any other colour of green, they've added a lot more like scale definition and lumps and bumps definition all the way down its span, and it's got a few ridges as well. So we'll check out the face sculpt first. So here is the face sculpt. It's got this lovely like mossy kind of swampish green. Real nice scales around the jaw there, done in this cream colour, and then it blends underneath the neck as well. It would have been nice if they did carry that out underneath the belly, just to give it a bit more definition around the paintwork, but it still looks really nice overall. The eye is painted nicely in this nice orange. A little bit of shade definition around the face there. Let that focus in. If you can see there, that looks really nicely done. It's got a really lovely sculpt with this muscle and bone detailing where it dints in like a little crater around its face. Looks really nice. It goes up with this bone and like a lump on the top of its head there, which looks really nice. Aesthetically, the face looks really nice. They've made a really beautiful sculpt out of this, with this nice spikes on the top of its head there. Shades into this really nice like burgundy plum red, what fades onto the back of its back. And if you look down the back, it's got some really nice grooves and lumps and bumps going all the way down its span, all the way down to the tail. The tail, apparently loads of people said it looks a bit short. I don't know, sometimes I look at it and I think it looks fine, and then sometimes I look at it and I think it does look a bit short. But it's still got an overall lovely sculpt on it. And what else is quite nice, what they've added, they've actually sculpted the battle damage on the leg. On the battle damage T-Rex, they actually just painted that on. They've actually sculpted this one on, so that's really nice that they've added that. It looks quite realistic. It's really nicely painted. It's got a lovely sheen to it when you move it, that you can actually see the red shine when you move it like that. And then the leg itself has got this really nice muscle definition with a few little lumps and bumps scattering down the leg there, which is really nice. But it's nice that they've actually sculpted that instead of just painted it on. And then here is the action feature door here. So if you just press like this, it opens. So it's really easy to do. It's got some really nice sculpted like rib cage there, what they've added. And then just to add a little bit more to the action feature, if you press down one more time, the rib cage flings up, and here is some of the flesh, and it's got this squishy type of texture in it, which is really nice to give it this more realistic effect. And then it's got a few bits of vein marks there. I don't know if the camera's picking that up very well, but yeah, that still looks really cool. And then to put it back down, you just simply put the rib cage like this. It's quite temperamental, like that. Oh, we need to heal this dinosaur. We need to heal it. Like that, and then you can close it, and there you go. So it closes and opens really well. I just wish that this little gap was a little bit more closed and blended a bit more, but at least they put the rib cage detail in there, so it looks a lot better. And from far back it doesn't look too bad, as you can see there. And down to its little arms, they've not been painted. The claws, they usually don't get painted anyway, but that can be fixed easy with just like maybe like a bit of a black Sharpie or some black paint. Got some nice sculpt detailing in the arms themselves. And then the feet have been painted in this black sheen colour, which has been done really nice. And then nice sculpt detail into the feet. And then overall, it's got some really nice articulation. So you can open the jaw that far. Some nice sculpt detail into the teeth. The teeth are in this like cream colour, and they're a separate cream colour to the bottom of the mouth, so I'm glad that they've done that. And then the mouth is in this pink colour. The tongue's been sculpted nicely as well, and you can close the mouth in different ways. So you can have it maybe like a little bit open, or really wide, or just closed overall. So articulation on the jaw is really good. It's also got some really good movements in the head, so it can move its head side to side, up and down, pretty much got all the way around. So that's really good for display purposes or photography purposes, or just gameplay purposes in general, which I think that looks really good. You can really show off the sculpt of the head really nicely. It can also move its little arms, its legs like usual. It can pretty much just go all the way around. Usually I don't like doing that, but this one seems quite slick to do that, so it seems fine. And then it can move the thigh in and out as well, on an hinge like the other figures. And then this tail is a little bit different, because instead of it moving side to side, which it has got a little bit there, it actually moves up and down, so it goes that far up and that far down. So they've never actually done that before, as far as I know anyway. So guys, there ain't much more I can say other than it's a brilliant figure. I just thought I'd do a quick size comparison with the Concavinator. I'm hoping that I have pronounced that right. And this is the size of it. As you can see, the Albertosaurus stands that a little bit taller, around maybe about 3 centimeters taller, and then as you can see the head is that a little bit bigger as well. I just wanted to do a quick comparison to see how big they actually was, because I actually thought this was a real big figure until I got this one. I think it was the horn on its, like this, like what I call its mini mountain on its back, makes it look more intimidating and bigger. But obviously Alberto over here wins that one. But I've done a review on this one as well, and I've done a review on a lot of the other Dino rival stuff, so please check that out. I'm just going to switch the camera back over, tell you a few more things about Jurassic World stuff and some other things coming up soon. So guys, I'm going to quickly tell you my overall thoughts on the figure, but first let me just say I will take a clear, clean, crisp photo of the Jurassic World Facts app code right at the end of the video, so stay tuned for that so you can scan it into the Jurassic World Facts app. But yeah, my overall thoughts on this figure, I absolutely love it. Articulation, 10 out of 10. The sculpts, 10 out of 10. The paintwork, a 9 out of 10. I would have maybe liked a bit more shading to the green, because the green's all in one tone green. The only bit of different colour is the jaw and the little bit on the top of the head, and then obviously the painted and sculpted the battle damage in the leg. But other than that, they haven't actually added any more green shades throughout, but they've done an overall good job of the sculpt. So sculpt, 10 out of 10. Articulation, 10 out of 10. 9 out of 10 for the paint work, and 10 out of 10 for the action feature of the battle damage and the painted detailing there. I'm really happy at this figure. I'm hoping it comes out for us in the UK soon. It might be already out in the UK for us. But yeah, check out my other Jurassic World stuff. So guys, please like and subscribe to my channel. Hit that alarm bell. I don't just do Jurassic World stuff. I do a big mixed range of toys on my channel. So if you like Jurassic World stuff, you know where I am. If you want to see a load of different other toys, you know where I am. So please like and subscribe to my channel. I hope this comes out for us soon. Hopefully it might be already out for us, and other toy shops now in the UK are now starting to sell Jurassic World stuff for us, so that's really good. So get toy hunting, guys, and I will see you on the next video. And stay tuned right to the end for the photo for the Jurassic World Facts app code, and I'll see you on the next video, guys. Bye!